Okay, let's create the flanger. To do the flanger, we're basically going to take our chorus patch and we're going to adapt it. And most of those adaptations are actually going to be really pretty sedate. First and foremost, we're going to leave our feedback loop alone for the tap in and tap out, but I'm going to change the value for tap in to 20 milliseconds. I really want this to be a little bit on the smaller side. I'm also going to change my send and receives because, again, this will be important later if you're building a pedal board, and you'll see why when we do that. Now, I'm going to take a look at my inspector values, and those are going to tell me a couple of things, which is primarily the range for all of these objects. So this range for the rate, I'm going to change from 0 to 0.8 to 0 to 8 to 0 to 1. My depth is still going to stay at 0 to 1. Time still can stay from 0 to 20. Feedback, I've got at 0 to 1. And then dry wet is also going to be 0 to 1. I know what you're saying. Wow, Ben, you changed a couple of values. That's it. No, I'm going to do one more thing, and this is the big one. I'm going to change rand to cycle. Now, doing that might not seem like a really big change, but it is, because this is a periodic waveform, which is something that is a lot different from what we've had before. So you'll see that with this rate, yeah, it's going up and down, perfectly periodic. That's completely different. What do you think that's going to sound like when we apply Anton to itself? It's a little bit funkier than the chorus was. And the reason for that is that this signal is periodic. It's moving up and down at a stable rate. Because of that, we're not getting the effect as less pronounced as it is in chorus. Chorus, you have the same effect, but not to the same degree. And that effect is self-filtering. Just by delaying things just a little bit, it's going back into the feedback and it starts to self-filter, and you get this comb sweep sound that is effectively coming out. That is the classic flanging sound. This is just the really easy way to do it. There are other ways that are more complicated and give better results if you're looking for the classic pedal sound, but this is the cool one. Now, again, to compare that to chorus, I've got that loaded up here. The major thing to see is that in chorus, random wave, slightly higher values. Rate is higher, but depth and time and feedback and delay are going to be the same. I just have rand instead of cycle. And that random wave, that's the killer. That's what makes it more chorusing, because it sounds as if you have a group of people who are singing slightly out of tune, as opposed to flanging, where it sounds like it's comb sweeping.